Joshua Carty to do the honors. And we're off in Detroit. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Good start to this one for them. Their first offensive snap picks up 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here we go. Can.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening drive right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive front and running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
Gun.
Off the play fake, Burrow. Lofts it deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Here we go.
The give now to Henderson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Looking quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Burrow to the air now. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Bronco 80.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive.
Here we go.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
With how well they were eating up yards and 1st downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Off to the races, middle of the field. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions want up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop. Ready. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Henderson on 1st and 10. So calling a half dozen on that run, Brock. Gets 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2, ready?
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Stop.
Sticking with Henderson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Working quickly here.
11.
And it's 3rd down.
11. Stop.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They get 22 out of that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. Hey, can. Stop.
It's Henderson on the give. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Stop.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a 4th down. Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a 1st down. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
On 1, ready?
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal.
Go! 60 Bison.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals hold a slim 2-point lead early. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like you'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10 from the 32. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Working now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. A give left side for Gibbs. Now he's past the 25. And he can't get the touchdown, Brock, but plenty of yardage. He goes out down near the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. Let's give a tip of cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Right, 80. Shot.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he made it his 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action now. Burrow vacates quickly left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They send a man in motion.
180. 11, 11, 11.
Henderson's going to get it on 3rd down. And the run will not look. He is shocked at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And the fair catch secured here at the 16.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. He's got room to roam. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here we go. Go.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now lead by 10. They're out to try and tack on the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
Bengals 10. Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
Here we go.
Offensive line fast.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
12.
Now Burrow. Catch is made. That's the rookie out of North Carolina. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Here we go.
Going play action here. Burrow. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender runs at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Let's get set. Right 80. Shot.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1, ready?
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Legs hot.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way.
On 1, ready?
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can. Shot.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Now, it looks like we're going to need to take a moment, Brock, an injured player on that snap, and it is running back Travion Henderson who's getting looked at. All set now. 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot.
Plowing up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They give it to him again. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Burrow. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. The Lions readying for the punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Punt taken at midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
42-yard line.
First down from the 42.
Let's get set. Right 80.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Cut. Right 80.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Gets him on the in route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Gun. Cut. Right 80. Cut.
On first down, here's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80.
Sticking in the air, and it's Burrow. This is a heater going deep. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a one-score game before halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now Burrow leading his Bengals up as they go for 2.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. To throw here on first down. Taking a deep shot here. That's grabbed inside the 30. He's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half.
On one, ready?
One last play before the break.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. First and 10 now from the 46. The give to Gibbs to start the third. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. You get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First and 10 from the 32. Back now, pressure coming. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Back to throw. Into traffic, complete! And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
60 Eagles. Ready, right?
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in, touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they've become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays. Really, there's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities in traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole other set of issues for defenses.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They give now to Henderson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Tyreek Will. In on the play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It'll lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Gun. Cut. Wide 80. Cut.
Burrow out of the shotgun. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd and 1, Burrow. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And it's a fake. They only need a couple of inches. And he's hauled down before he can pay off that gamble as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
There he goes again. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow setting to throw. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Henderson here from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
11.
Burrow to the air now. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
gain of 4 yards.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Burrow now on 1st down. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their 1st sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14.
Gun. Cut. 180. 180. 11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He's looking deep once again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They're throwing it. Taken in by Williams outright. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 27 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Sends this to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. You've got to find a completion right there.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go now. 60, bro. Back to 60. Go.
Looking to throw here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's a gain of 8.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Lions football, and Brock, they have got to be happy about the great lead they've built.
Ready, set.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's on target to Williams. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. That is good for Detroit first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Working now from the gun. Delivers another one to Williams. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll work against the blitz. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions keep running away with this. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead.
Bengals 18.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Here's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
Well, they've been doing it.
And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Catch made over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Can.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And this one is launched downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Right 80. 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. The defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
On point, ready?
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Gun.
To the air again. It's Burrow. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1st down now. Ball at the 33. It's Henderson on the give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner.
Here we go.
That's instincts come to life.
Stop. 11 MT, Kate. 11 MT. Stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Cut out left. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Stop.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
After the missed extra point, he is still out there. He's going to put it back in play. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
37-yard line.
Field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions nearing their 1st win of the season. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Lions continue piling it on here in the 4th. That one right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
Bengals 24.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Right, 80. Take it.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Right side.
Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
On one, ready?
2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
Get it. 68. Ready.
There's a give, left side. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals will trail by 25.
31.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserves maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Like it.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line.
A gain of 24 yards.